Hi, welcome to another episode of Dr. Harris's Herbal Tutorial. I'm Richard Harris, and this is the 16th episode. As you all have come to know, I love following the science. But while following, I refuse to let my common sense drift off to sleep like Rip Van Winkle in Washington Irving's fairy tale. So let's go on another common sense extravaganza to see what we can unearth. To start our journey, let's go back in time, say about 40 years ago. Do you remember how many children in your neighborhood used to wear glasses? A few. At school, one could have counted on one hand the number of children with eye issues in the classroom. Today, the classrooms are filled with nearsighted children and children with various types of eye issues. It's very common now to see children as young as 6, 5, and even 4-year-old wearing glasses. While we are journeying on, let's pause for an illustration. Suppose you are locked in a completely dark room for an extended period. Then you're suddenly released into the sunlight. What happens next? Your eyes have to get adjusted to the sunlight. While your eyes are getting adjusted, you may experience some discomfort of your eyes. There may be some difficulty to see for a short while, sometimes pain, and you may have to squint for some time before your eyes get adjusted to the light. These symptoms are transitory. In a short while, they disappear. We have all experienced the above, or would have seen others experiencing the same. Now let's apply the illustration to a real scenario. All throughout history, babies were born with their eyes closed until as much as 9 days, after when it would be open. Sometimes you would even see them even squinting as they get their eyes accustomed to the light after the period that it was closed for. Remember, they were in complete darkness for 9 months. In today's world, babies are born with their eyes wide open from a position of dense darkness straight into a world of bright lights. Isn't it logical that the baby coming out of that dense darkness for that extended period into the light would have to make the adjustment like you and I would have had if we came out of a dark room into the light? Are babies subject to different laws than you and I, the adult? What does the science says? What does your common sense says? Do you remember when chickens took 6 months to grow to maturity and not 6 weeks? When livestock took roughly a year and not 6 months? Do you remember when it was relatively easy to distinguish school children from adults when boys started getting facial hairs around 16 and 17? Back then, but between 12 and 14 years now? What about girls starting menstruation at age 13 and 14 back then? But at 8 or 9 years now? What was different then to now? Our food. Nothing is allowed to take time anymore. Unbridled greed is the fuel that propels speed. The result is we're going nowhere fast and reaping the consequences of reckless speed. The science says we're living longer and healthier. What it doesn't say is we cannot live in this time without the plethora of drugs that is now commonplace and has become an integral part of our diet. Are we living or merely surviving? When fruits are force ripe, they taste sour. When they are allowed time to mature and ripe, they are just succulent. What do you think of the premature opening of the eyes of babies? Is it a good thing? Can we trust the science? What about common sense? I rest my case. That's all for now. See you soon. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and share. And remember to hit the subscribe button. Bye. See you soon.